And you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm in control.
Good evening, y'all. It looked like Nas made a new high, and right here today. What's that today? Definitely today. So I gotta adjust this chart. Because once it makes a new weekly high, I adjust the chart. So the weekly high is, I didn't want to, it's the weekly and the monthly high is 22.59.
Man, Star, look at all that money.
For real.
Look at all that money. Hey, y'all see it?
259.
Come on, Infinite Wealth family, y'all see it?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, hey, in the morning, I'm about to go get all that.
259.94. So 259.
I'm gonna tell you guys.
Shaking, Mike.
94. The low.
Man, trust the process. That's all I gotta say, man. Paper route say trust the process.
For real.
Let's go.
So, and the mid area is 19,706.10. Okay. And it's still above the mid. It came up above the mid week right here. This is where it rejected from here. And the reason you have it pulling back right now is because we within this order block right here. So the pullback you see it is right here. So you got this right here rejecting here, but it's likely gonna retest inside this order block tomorrow, like buy out of the order block. Right, that's right here. So I would look for it to take a buy on NOS. So right here is where we want to take the buy. When it retests inside this order block, is when you want to take the buy. So right here. See, we got the 30 came up and made a new high too. So the 30 made a new high too. High for 30 is 41. It's 41.77. 5.1. One second, let me go back to Nas real quick because that monthly changed to the mid area for the monthly change. Got the 20.59.94. And we got the low at 19. Five 99.64. If y'all don't see where I'm getting the numbers from, I'm getting them from up here at the top. So this is the open, the high, the low, and the close. You won't see that if you're using your phone to mark up. So if you're using your phone to mark your chart, you can get the indicator, the pivots high and low, so that you can get the low and the high. So it can tell you the high and the low. So the mid area is 19,929.79. So monthly month is 27. The monthly and the weekly right now is the same. The monthly high and the weekly high is the same because the US30 made a new high. So I don't add an additional line. I just keep the monthly line for the weekly high and weekly low. I mean the weekly high. I keep the monthly line there because it made a new high on a month. Have the weekly low at 40. $117.9 and the weekly high at 41,775.1 and the midweek is 40946.5. $30. I'm looking for it to come down and retest that buy order block. That's right here. So for the buy for tomorrow, I'll be looking to take that buy entry right around the 10 o'clock candle here. And the stop is set below the support, the level of support. And the take profit is set to the resistance. And also, which happens to be inside of a sell order block. So around 10 o'clock, you'll be looking to take the buy or not.
Can I screenshot this?
Yeah. But at 30.
What?
You got it?
Not yet. Where's the tell see to take profit?
The take profit is the weekly high.
Okay, got it.
And the stop loss is set underneath the rejection area.
Point it out. Is that 40?
That's 4762. Right
Got
here.
it. Uh-huh.
Bitcoin went and retraced that high. It went to 102. The same thing we was looking for it to do. Bitcoin did what we was looking for it to do. Like for real. Like look at what Bitcoin did. Way the fuck up. This is the order block that I was telling you that Bitcoin is gonna come into. This is the one I was looking at last week when I was telling y'all it's gonna come up to about 106 before it start rejecting. And it's already at 102. I was looking for it to break this 4-hour order block down here. But I knew once it broke that order block that it was really gonna go. The new high for the month and the weekly is 104. 176.
76.5.
We don't need this weekly line right here because that's the new monthly high and the new weekly high right now. But this is the high that I'm looking that Bitcoin is going to retrace here. 106. The weekly low. The weekly low is 90,680.68. And the high is 104,176. And the 0.5 area, 97,428.37 for the week. And for the monthly, that comes up to, okay, the monthly low is 87,534.34. So the monthly midsection is 95855.20. With Bitcoin, once it now for the mid-month, I want y'all to understand how to use this mid-month area. You see right here that it rejected out of this mid-month, this order block right here, which this happens to be right above the mid-month. This is a stronger level of the mid-month area right here is a stronger level of support. Okay, so once it breaks this support area, it kind of it takes off. That's why you see that Bitcoin did this. Like where it's at right now is right at the mid-month. And once you have a candle that comes above, like a whole candle like this, that comes above this area, your position is kind of secure, like a secure position, like you can get in a decent position and take it and hold it. Because when you got a candle that closes on a 4 hour that comes above this area, this level of support right here, then you can just hold it to the next order block. But I would look for Bitcoin to pull back before I enter, because right now it's at the high. I will wait for a pullback on Bitcoin. One hour order block here, 1 hour. I would definitely wait for a pullback for this. I'm gonna look for a better entry during more towards New York session for Bitcoin, and I'll post an entry for Bitcoin because I will look for it to pull back some more. DJ also bought right into this order block. I think Millie caught this buy right here from the midweek area. It made a new high this week. Oh, for the weekly high that it made, the new high that it made was 193. Oh, that's the weekly high. 503, 193, 503 for GJ, and the low is 193 for a set. All right, and the midsection is 191, 925. And okay, so the mid area is 191, 925. Now, like I was explaining to y'all, when it's above the midweek, you're looking for buys. When it's below this area, this midweek resistance area, this midweek area right here, you will look for sells. When you see it pulling back from the high right here, you wait to see if it rejects, if it's gonna reject from here, or it's gonna break and continue selling. But we have it coming out of this sell order block right here, so that's why you see it selling right now. You see it right here, rejecting this 4-hour order block here, and also the weekly high that it created here. So it can pull back. But the overall trend of the market has been buying for the past couple of days. So it will definitely look like it will be a pullback. So while it's pulling back from this high, the overall trend has been buying. So we want to trade in accordance with the trend. So that's why once you see it rejecting, you look to for your buy entries at where it's going to reject off of. So while it's here at the midweek down here, that's where you will want to take your buy. You will look for it to sell down to this midweek and take your buy so that you're trading with the trend. So right around 9 o'clock is when I look for the entry for GJ. 9 a.m. Eastern time, and look to take it. I will look to take it here because it hasn't tested that high yet. So this could be a TP1 and this could be a TP2. But this is what's inside the order block. Yeah. That's why my entry is down here because I'm looking for it to pull back to the midweek. And it's above the midweek area and the mid-month level of support. Yeah. So for GJ, around 9 o'clock, the pattern that you will want to be looking for to take your entry, you will come down here to your 30-minute. Just to give like an example of why I look for it at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. I'm gonna go to the 9 a.m. candle from today. On the 4-hour, the 9 a.m. 4-hour candle, which is the first candle in New York session. So right around when it comes into New York session is when I start looking for my entries. And this is like the pattern that I'm looking for. I'm looking right here for when price action is doing this right here, and followed by a candle like this, which you seen it doing right around New York session. So your entry would have been like right before 9 a.m. right here. Off the, because it's in the area right here. Your confluence is it's rejecting off the mid area of support. You're seeing rejection. So your next candle, as long as it's flat like this, you could have entered on an open, or you could have entered right after you seen this flat. So you look for this, which is like a spin top candle or a doji candle, followed by a flat candle that you usually see using the Heikin-Ashi candles. You would see a no wick candle like this, and that's your indication for an entry. So that's what you want to be looking for before you enter that pattern. Around 9 a.m. or right around New York session is when you want to be looking for your entries for DJs. Any questions or any chart y'all want me to look at? So if we don't have no questions and we don't have no other charts to look at right now, we got NAS, just a review. We got a buy happening for NAS. We got a buy happening for the 30. Bitcoin, I will put the entry in for Bitcoin probably during right before New York session. I'm gonna look for an entry for Bitcoin.
That's at 8 o'clock. But I thought you said wait for a pullback, right?
Yeah, because I'm waiting for it to pull back.
So don't answer it at
Don't like Bitcoin right now. It's gonna be pulling back, but I'm waiting to see where it's pulling back to because Bitcoin may not pull back this far. Like I just don't see it pulling back that far. After it broke this area right here, it's not gonna pull back that far because it hasn't finished retracing this here, and we got this engulfing like this on a daily. This strong investment candle like this. This is a strong investment. A lot of money just went into the market right here. So no, I don't see it pulling back that far to break that investment candle. I just want to see where it's gonna pull back to.
you gonna let us know.
Yeah,
When,
I want to see. That's why I said I would put the entry in before
8 o'clock. No,
8 o'clock.
no, before New York session, nine
Yeah,
o'clock.
that's New York session open at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
The opening bell for Nas and 30 is at 9:30,
Right. Okay.
but the New York session begins at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. That's New York session start. I didn't even look at gold.
Still keep it at 2 trades.
Yeah, still do like two trades, do two pairs minimum. No, don't do and only don't risk no more than 3%. 1 to 3% on your
Two
balance.
TPs. Two
Huh?
TPs or one. Two TPs or one.
So if you twin trading, like I usually take two of the same pairs, like two trades on one pair. Like your first entry, you can do like if your TP1. If I call more than one TP, you could do TP1, and then the other trade you could do TP2, or you could just hold both of them to TP1 for the first profit area. I think gold is gonna retest this order block right here. I think gold is gonna retest this order block. The way it's pulling down right now, and it's below this midweek, it's been selling. I'm looking forward to retest this here. If it doesn't break this area right here, we looking at a buy on gold. If it doesn't retest this area down here, we looking at a buy on gold. If it doesn't break. And I would set my stop underneath the order block. This would be like the first take profit there. But I would look to take a buy out of that order block, out of that buy order block. Heavy buy volume came out of there. And the way it's selling now, it's likely going to retest this. That the midweek can be your first take profit. You can set the second take profit to inside this order block. But your first take profit would be here. Looking forward to retest this weekly low right here because we have it selling right now. I start looking for my entries for gold, like right around London, right after London. If gold moves in London and New York. I would look to say gold out of this buy order block here. Because this area right here is where it's been buying from. If you can see, it bought from this area before. 1, 2, 3 times it bought from this area. If you move back, let's see. Buy from right here. 1. Came here before. Short buy. Last time it came here, it did this buy. So I'm looking for it to retest this area here again and buy it. We got the midweek at 337, so that's where I'm looking to take it to. Yeah. That your entry would be right here around the weekly low, 32.37, which is also a buy order block. Look for the rejection pattern out of that area. Doji followed by flat top. Like Doji followed by flat. Doji followed by flat. So look for that pattern for gold. So look for gold to reject out of this order block, out of this area. This is the area that it's been buying from for last month. This has been an area buy since April 15th of last month. It's been coming into this area and buying. So anticipate another buy from down here out of this order block. So we're looking at a buy on gold, a buy on 30, a buy on NAS. GJ. I'm looking for the buy too. As long as it doesn't break this area right here. So y'all got your position. Y'all don't take every trade. You don't gotta open up 1,000 positions. If you're taking the trades, pick two of these pairs, take those 2 trades, and don't risk no more than 1 to 3% of your account, especially if you're trading a prop. If you're trading a prop, you don't want to risk no more than 1% on a trade, or 0.5% of your account to stay within boundaries. But I appreciate y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get this money. Let's end this week off right, y'all. Over and out. Money.